Well, there is data that shows the coldest days of winter are now behind us. That's according to the National Weather Prediction Center. They tweeted this map showing the average coldest day of the year. So this is based on 30 years of data. Our typical coldest weather hits during the last part of December and into early January. So if this is right, we have turned the corner when it comes to the coldest temperatures. Another bonus, we are now getting an extra 2 minutes of daylight now. And Thomas, I think that means an extra 2 minutes of daylight per day now moving forward, right?
That's right. And by the time we get to February 7th, 5 p.m. sunsets.
I'm here for it. Bring it on.
Same here. I am very, very much excited for that, and I'm excited for some warmer temperatures as well. In fact, the highs tomorrow should easily be around 40 degrees, but this is not much change that we've seen in our forecast recently. Here's the fog cover across the region. I think I might actually have my graphics on the wrong hit, but bear with me for a second here. The fog across the region is not all that bad as of right now, but that's a good thing because we're in for some very quiet weather. Okay, let me, put the gigawatts in the weather system here. As Tom Sherry would say, let's refire that one back up. Okay, there's the headlines that I was looking for, right? A quiet forecast, but some mountain snow might still linger across both the Cascades as well as the northern Rockies. Here's our weather system that gave us the rain from the morning hours, way out of the way. High pressure once again starting to rebuild in, but not as humid anymore. So that's why we're not seeing any more of that fog cover. There's where I got a little mixed up. I thought those high temperatures are a little bit later in my slides here. Weekend, quiet one for us. Maybe partly cloudy, mostly cloudy conditions. Could still see some patchy fog during the morning hours. That's not really going to change, but at least it's not going to be widespread across the region. Okay, here are the mountain pass forecasts. Look at these bottom bars here. There is a little bit of snow trickling at some of the higher elevations of Snoqualmie and Stevens Pass. Still going to be a wintry mix into tomorrow, but that is very much improving across the region as well. It's going to be a very quiet weather pattern. Now, this is a map that usually where I show the long-term outlook, it's usually trending on one side of the scale or the other. The very cold, very warm, maybe very wet or very dry. Neither. It's very gray looking, but I will say this. Average temperatures, yes, that's not going to change, but largely we're going to be dry in the long term. I do think that when you look at the long-term outlook, this is Future Tracker taking out 7 to 8 days. And there's just like nothing happening across the Pacific Northwest. It's almost to the point where it's like, yeah, let me just kick my feet up on the desk. It's just going to be quiet for a while. But hey, we'll take that because that means very enjoyable weather for the foreseeable future. This is Friday of next week, and we might barely have a storm system that might try to bubble up late on in the month. But if things trend out that way, we might just very well be dry for several more days. At least the next 7 could be some patchy fog here or there. But I think what is very much noticeable for next week is that we have a bit more sunshine in the forecast. Partly cloudy skies really starting on Sunday, and that should last for a while because this is a very consistent, if anything, forecast.